sharing with the press and with the people that we represent that we were not alone, because we had a gang of 10 Republicans who felt the same way that we feel about the budget, and they were willing to go against their party to vote against the budget, realizing the budget was not a fair budget for the citizens of North Carolina. And we realized the power of the ballot and the budget. And it's obvious that the party in power realized that they could capture the ballot. They definitely control the budget. That's what we see here. But the Black-Caucus continues to be a voice for the voiceless, for working families, for seniors, and for those, for education, all those that we serve. So today we've come to break down the budget from different parts, and people in our legislative Black-Caucus will share their concerns and views on the budget, and we'll be open for questions after that. We thank y'all for being here. We're going to ask Senator Earlene Palmer to start on education and voter suppression.
Good morning, and thank you, Earlene Palmer, Senate District 32, Forsyth County. As you've heard Chairman Pierce talk about the budget and this session, and we find ourselves here in the waning hours of this session struggling to help ourselves and our citizens understand why the Republican majority decided that the enemy and the attack would be on public education and on our children in North Carolina. As the budget passed, we know that $500 million has been cut from public education. An additional $11 million have been taken from public education to pay for vouchers at private, for-profit schools. This budget will hurt our children. It will force our teachers, about 4,800 teachers and teachers' assistants, out of the classrooms. It totally disregards teacher tenure and teachers further getting themselves a professional license. It makes no difference anymore in North Carolina. So what we will see is an exodus from our educational system, because teachers will be leaving. They will not stay in a system that cares nothing about them nor their teachers. On yesterday, we saw the passage of House Bill 598, the Voter Suppression Act. It's not about photo ID. We see a bill that would diminish and suppress the votes of our elderly, our students, African Americans, and other minorities. During the debate yesterday, my colleagues on the Republican side said that this is about photo ID, integrity, and transparency. There's nothing wrong with the process. It has worked well for many, many years. There has only been 2 documented cases of in-person voting fraud. So what's the problem? Why are we, at the last few days of the session, putting in place barriers that will prevent people from voting? We talked about yesterday, they've taken away the ability to vote straight party ticket. Why? And when we had information and facts that showed taking away straight party ticket voting will increase the voting time by 17%. 17%. At the same time, we're cutting the amount of days for early voting, and the local boards of elections will have the ability to not open as many polls, thereby blatantly diminishing the opportunities for our citizens to vote and discouraging our citizens from voting by encouraging long lines, shorter periods of time to vote. This is not the way for North Carolina to go. What we have seen in this session in the last 6 months are bills that are immoral, they are evil, they are unnecessary, and they are bad for North Carolina. And I just want to say to my Republican colleagues this morning, the people of North Carolina will not forget what we've done. 170,000 people before the end of this year will remember what happened here. pleased by my colleagues to extend the unemployment benefits until January the 1st, and we still could have met our obligations of paying the debts off early. We are in a backwards mode in North Carolina, and as a member of the North Carolina Black-Caucus, we will continue to fight even after session is over, because we must help the people to remember that if we are not voting and not paying attention to who we elected, this is what can happen to our state. Thank you.